Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo! Today, it's pretty early. Like, you know, a lot earlier than I've been recording lately. That's mostly because my sleep schedule is a suggestion at the moment, and I've been awake since about like 5 in the morning. I feel tired enough I could probably go back to sleep now, but I felt like I should probably do some recording before I do that. So how are you today, Zoop? Oh no, I said Zoop again. When you pointed out how to say Soup. It's a habit I can't shake. You think saying Zoop makes you seem boring. Not at all. Well, if you think so, then I'll stop worrying about it. Thanks, Skippy. When? Zoop. That is very fair. I don't need help building the snowman. Though I am very tempted to tomorrow probably try building just a silly snowman. Because, like, I doubt we're gonna get a bingo. That's where I'm at. So I kind of just want to see about doing a silly thing. I might honestly do a silly snowman today, now I think of it. Because, I mean... Okay, if I get 13 or 40 from either of these, then maybe I'll try to go for the bingo. But, like, if I'm getting 43, it's not looking likely that I'll get what I need. So, I could just try going silly. I don't even know the bounds of silly you can do with the snowman. But I have some ideas, so, you know. But, yeah, it's getting really close to the new year, which is... I'm excited, but also kind of dreading how busy I'm going to make myself. Because I don't know how sustainable how busy I'm going to make myself is. Because, basically, to explain, and I'm thinking of starting to record some stuff now, which I should probably do, because, like, I need to give myself some headway. You know, some wiggle room. Well, I don't need to, but... What my plans at the moment are is Animal Crossing 7 days a week. That's not changing. Videos are still going to be going up, bonus videos, basically, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That isn't changing, the subject of them is. Favorite type of coffee here is the mocha roast. That rich chocolatey aroma gets me every time. Yeah, I never did work at Brewster's. I'm not much of a coffee shop worker anyway, so it works out. My memory's also completely crap, so I basically need a guide just to do it, and I feel like that takes a lot of the fun out of it. Having a memory is definitely a good thing. But yeah, basically I'm going to be doing a different series, because it's very much a case of there's so many series I want to be doing, but locking myself like I have into doing like World of Warships, that's a long series to do that kind of thing. So I really can't do things like if I wanted to do, I don't know, just a hypothetical, if I wanted to do Tulip, which I want to do. That's not going to be a terribly long series. But if I'm doing videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, well, you know, I know YouTube doesn't like me doing things every day, but I want to do streaming, I want to do videos, and I'm not stopping Animal Crossing. So... Ooh, they've dinged me. Ooh. I'm still tempted. A silly snowman. I think you can still get a number from a silly built snowman. So... You know, I just don't think it'll be a terribly accurate number. But yeah, on top of, you know, the videos that I'll be doing, I also plan on streaming. Probably Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I'll probably have some time for doing it. I might try to aim for, like, the same sort of time as I've been doing for my videos, to try to keep that kind of consistent. Oh, my wallet's full. All of it. But I also might try for later stuff. Because, like, what I could do, and it's because I know my body would be happier if I did this, is I could go back to being awake at night, which, honestly, I feel like I'm happier and my body is happier when I do that. So, you know, I will probably aim for that. And if I do that, then I can then stream later into the night. Which, you know, would be quite the benefit. I'm pretty sure I don't have 21. No, I don't have 21. Because I remember in the past, some of my most successful stream times were with the original Splatoon, which I did from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Sometimes going longer, sometimes starting a bit sooner, but generally those times. I need to spice up my greeting. Home is no more home. Alright. I got one for you. Because he's saying fluff. We need a greeting for Kurlos. I don't want to just do fluff again. Poof. He's getting poof. His greeting will be poof, and his catchphrase is fluff. I love it. But like that stream time did not work well for Splatoon 2. And also I'm not just gonna be streaming World of Warships either. Like World of Warships is probably gonna get a day or two a week, but I will be streaming things that are not World of Warships. Because I do play games that are not World of Warships. Shocker, I know. I might even do some, like, live recordings at some point. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I could do with streaming. Though, news to me, apparently Twitch does not like it when you have YouTube chat appearing on your screen. So, I might rework my stream layouts to not have the chat on screen anymore, just to play it safe with how Twitch works. I did not know that. I had never heard anyone talk about that, and there were some pretty big streamers who have their YouTube and Twitch chat on screen. So I don't know. I'm just going off of what someone said recently. Sometimes when you pick a yummy cherry or 10, you'll find an extra delicious one in the bunch. Happened to me once, and I'll never forget the amazing taste. So juicy and sweet. Your eyes peeled for any cherry that looks different from the rest. You can pick it, but don't eat it. Use plant a cherry tree. Yeah, I know. We've got plenty. In fact, there's 2 of them right here. But, no, are they happy? Brain, where are we going? Streaming, yeah. I found with Splatoon 2, which I'm using Splatoon as my examples because those are the games I have undoubtedly streamed the most, is the Splatoon games, though I have not done much Splatoon 3. I really want to change that, though. But with Splatoon 2, streaming from around midnight till 4 in the morning was the best time. So, Also, I have finally found all 4 fossils. Convenient. That one was probably hidden up there the whole time. So, I don't know exactly what time to stream at. If any of you guys have a preferred time, and you can use your own time zone, as long as you tell me the time zone. You can just say your local time. Fuchsia wants her time capsule. Okay. I should make sure Fuchsia's out and about first. It's really annoying how you can't carry a time capsule in your inventory, but... yeah, like, if you guys have a preferred time you would like me to stream, it doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but if you would suggest a time that you would prefer, that would help influence my decision. I'm leaning more towards nighttime, though, so late night streams. I get the feeling Fuchsia's not even awake yet. And, like, I do want to come back later today, but... yeah, she's not even awake yet. So, I don't want to dig up her time capsule yet. I'll just wait. We have not found the gem rock yet today, have we? No, we have not. Where could it be? I feel like I've been everywhere. Well, something just loaded. Probably a bird? Not a bird. Oh, there's the gem rock. I'm gonna kind of miss that. You know, restarting my computer and then everything needing to load in again. It's really fun. But hey, at least our at least the lemon hasn't exploded for a while. It's gonna explode tomorrow, isn't it? Which tomorrow is gonna be an interesting day because, like, I do want to, like, I'm basically going to be experiencing the New Year's twice, which is great because I have no one to experience it with really this year. So hopefully some of you guys will show up at my stream that I'm gonna be doing. Because y'all are all I got. Nah, I'm joking. No obligations. Like, I'm just gonna be doing it because I feel like doing it. But, yeah, like, next year is gonna be pretty busy. I'm gonna have one day off a week where I'm only going to be doing Animal Crossing, and that'll be Sundays. Which technically for the Animal Crossing series means Mondays, but semantics. If I were to stay up at night, that would just mean that setting my clock, you know, basically I would set my clock 12 hours ahead, record an episode, then set it a day ahead, and record another episode. That way I have the buffer. Because I need it 1 day and 12 hours at that point. So. Which I'm fine with. It's just the way I'm leaning now, though. But again, if you guys have any input, and keep in mind, you do need to be a bit snappy with your input. Because, well, I'm going to be starting recording the series. Though early on, I don't mind exactly messing with the time too much. Like, as long as I'm only adjusting it by basically, like, 12 hours, I'm not gonna mind. So, the biggest issue will just simply be my sleep schedule. Well, sleep suggestion. Hope this isn't presumptuous, but I think you use a marshmallow chair. I got plenty of them. And I need more of them. How would it not be my taste? Come on now. Okay. Let's get these fossils, bamboo, and gems sold. And this one gyroid. Like, I'm even, like... I'm still, like, brainstorming things I want to do series-wise. Because it's like... Okay, I want to do another Pokemon game. But I also kind of want to just jump to a more modern game. Which I know is a bit of a cop-out. But, like... Because part of me wants to do them in order. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do really want to I kind of really want to do them in order. But, like... Doing them in order is going to take so long to get to Scarlet and Violet. And I really want to just do Scarlet already. So, like, that's where I'm at. Because I thoroughly enjoyed Scarlet. Flaws and all. Because, let's be honest, if you're gonna try and pretend any Pokemon game was without flaws, you're nostalgia blind. They all have flaws. Every single one of them. Okay, we're gonna do Silly Snowman. I could do a Silly Snow type. But I want to do a Silly Snowman. So need to get this to the point where I can push it. I think it's there. There we go. Now I gotta make this bigger. As big as can be. Yeah, I feel this is good enough. Oh, they're not quite... Okay. Need to make this a little bigger. Come on, game. This is gonna happen. You can't stop me. There we go. Oh, it just made a giant-headed Snowtyke. Oh, right, the body determines the head, doesn't it? I just put this head on me. You did you just... You even think about the consequences of your actions? Everyone's gonna make fun of me. Look at him! I love him! If anyone makes fun of him, you get the shovel. I just love that. Did you even think of the consequences of your actions? It's such a good line. But yeah, like, I've literally had sitting right in front of me the past few days, Scarlet, as I'm just like, I really want to do Scarlet. Oh, we got a lost item. Well, give me something to possibly do later. We need to find who owns this before the end of the series. Oh, I'm having a bad luck day. Karma. Just making sure we have no Gulliver. We have no Gulliver. Okay, so this is a walking day, I guess. So I don't want to, like, trip and fall into some flowers. Like, I haven't even put a huge amount of thought into doing a Scarlet series. Because, like, I really kind of want to do a very walkthrough-esque series like I did with Fire Red Leaf Green. But at the same time, there are so many Pokemon. And, like, routes aren't really solid in Scarlet Violet. A route is more of a suggestion, to the point where there can be Pokemon on a route that just don't spawn in some parts of the route. Routes are also very fluid, and there's not really an entry zone. And hiccups. Blah. So, like, what I mean by that is, like, there is no loading screen. You just kind of walk, and you're from one to the next. So, I can't really do it by, you know, route, because it's like, well, what route? You know? Did you drop something? I mean, you dropped your radio, but I'm pretty sure you replaced it with a gyroid, which still makes noise. So it's something, I guess. I'm sure that gyroid would have preferred you having a radio, though. So, like, doing a very walkthrough-esque series of Scarlet would be a challenge, to say the least. Okay, Tia's just not home. So she's probably at the museum or shopping, so I can't offer her the lost item. When I want to come back later, which is gonna be... Thinking on it now, it's gonna be very difficult to manage, but I'm gonna manage it. I'm gonna do it. I will set alarms if I have to. There is... I very much want to show an Easter egg. Carlos! He got that ooh face. I should have given him the catchphrase of ooh-woo. He's got the ooh-woo face, not the catchphrase, the greeting. He ooh-woos at you. Oh, Bella wants something. Hey, guess I got my pockets right now. It's scale armor suit. Trade something for it. How about, well, let's see. Yeah, I'll do that trade. I must spread the gospel of Marshy to the world. Everyone must have a bit of Marshy and treasure it forever. Did you drop this? It's not hers. Okay. Is anyone else even awake? And accessible? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hope to find it later or tomorrow. Oh, Rooney. Could be Rooney. Didn't notice him around. Was not expecting him to even be awake. Oh, and there's Lobo as well. This is yours. Nah, me didn't lose it. Okay. Lobo! Bolo! Caterpillar! Did you lose this? This is yours. It's his bag! No wonder he couldn't find it. He must have dropped it somewhere. Yeah, on the beach. A shoji board. Ooh. That's a board game I've always been slightly interested in. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna have to place it down to remind myself. But I'm pretty sure it's shoji that I've been remotely interested in. Yes. I've always been kind of interested in it, but like, it also seems so complicated, but so basic at the same time that it's one of those things that I always feel like I'm missing something, but I also just have no one that would even, I'd be able to even play it against, even if I did, like, own one, so, you know. But yeah, we got a couple more things now to sell, and then I think I will meet you guys back here later tonight, a lot later tonight, because, well, it's gotta be 3:33 in the morning, and I ain't time traveling. I could cheat, I could time travel, I could literally, like, save and quit, change the time, and then just do that right now, but I ain't cheating. I ain't time traveling. And I'm not saying time traveling is cheating, I mean, like, cheating in the way of, like, not staying up until 3:33 in the morning. That's what I mean by cheating. In case anyone thinks I'm trying... I don't mind if you time travel. I just want to make that clear. But yeah, I'm gonna meet you guys back here later tonight at the witching hour. And we're back. I know what you're thinking. Steven. It's like 3 in the morning, my guy. What are you doing? You know, just chilling. Mostly. I gotta say, one thing I love that Animal Crossing does that people who don't live in areas where it snows often won't get. Yeah, it's snowing and the sky seems really bright and it actually seems pretty that actually happens. Legitimately, that actually happens. I don't know how much in mind for what we can do. Retail obviously is closed. I do have a bit of storage space so we can like fish up some inventories of fish, but like we don't really need bells. We're done. Like, tomorrow's the end of it. I mean, this says the 31st already. I'm still gonna, like, tomorrow's gonna be a bit of a two-parter, because it's gonna be the regular, our regularly scheduled, early day stuff, where we go around, and then we'll have the New Year's stuff. I just really wanted to finally get around to doing something at night. And it took so long, we have nothing really to do. Diving at night is a good way of making bells. Like, storing the stuff you get from diving at night. Fishing on the island at night is really good for bells. So, like, if you really need bells, just come on down to Cap'n. He's got you covered. Good old Cap'n. Gotta get him nice and loaded. But yeah, it's just kind of going to be a peaceful night. I might honestly just sit on a stump because I just kind of want to talk with you guys. We don't really have, like I said, we don't really have anything to do. So, I mean, I may as well just kind of sit here and talk. Namely, about things I've been planning for into next year. And I already know there's going to be some level of worry that I'm going to overwork myself. So I do kind of want to quash a bit of that before any concern might come up. Because if you've been listening to me, my plans are literally stream 3 days a week, uploading 10 videos a week. Like, it's gonna seem like a lot. But once I'm done this recording, I'm going to be jumping right into recording what will probably be the first series of the new year, which is going to be Katamari Damacy Reroll. Because it's just an unapologetically happy, fun game, and I want to start 2025 on that note of just being unapologetically happy and goofy and positive. Like, this year has been a year for me, and I know throughout it I've been I know I've been like this. I've been getting angrier. I've been more bitter. And I hate that. I don't like feeling like that. Like, at all. It's not me. I'm not an angry person. I'm not a bitter person. But I've been arguing with people so much. I've been like... It really kind of hit me editing Warships videos where I'm like, man, I am like complaining and ranting and just giving my team sass that they don't need to be getting. Admittedly, I do still do that in the video that went out. Yesterday? Today. Brain. But like, even there, like, that was more of just a case of, like, man, what are you guys doing? And they were making a pretty big mistake. But, like, I was trying not to be totally rude about it, at least. Just normal World of Warships player levels of rude. And even that I shouldn't have done. But that was just an in-the-moment, like, I'm just feeling bitter. And I don't like that. So I want to start next year just being just unapologetically Katamari. It's the best way I can describe it. Like, and, I'm going to be doing Katamari Damacy Reroll. If I have time before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I will be doing, We Love Katamari, that remaster. I don't remember its full name, but the We Love Katamari remaster, just to start the year with some Katamari. And if I'm not done with We Love Katamari when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, just gonna keep doing it. I'll put Monster Hunter Wilds on the back burner until that series is done. That's where I'm gonna go at it. I also really want to do another Pokemon series into next year, and I'm probably just gonna do Scarlet. Like, part of my brain really wants to do the Pokemon games in order. But I'm gonna be completely honest, as much as I love the Pokemon games, replaying the oldest games isn't the most fun. And that's not because they're bad, it's just simply because I love Pokemon so much. I've kind of seen it all. You know, even with the Fire Red Leaf Green series, like, I enjoyed doing it. I had fun doing it. Making the bio cards was fun, though quite the experiment, as I was really not including everything that needed to be included because I thought I was and then realized I wasn't. Like, I really should have included a little indicator of like, hey, this is when this Pokemon evolves. But like, I'm new to graphic design in general and I'm doing it myself. So like, I'm going to be making mistakes when I do stuff like that. And one advantage to Pokemon Scarlet, and even if I were to do like Legends Arceus, which I might also do, I'm kind of torn on which one I want to do. I really want to do Legends Arceus with Legends ZA coming out later 2025. So like, you know, that would be, you know, pretty fitting to do that game. But with both games, they're really, while there also isn't really defined routes, defined areas. I can't really do that same style of walkthrough playthrough. And I feel like it would really mess with the flow of that game to do that kind of thing. So, I feel like I'm just going to give my opinions and thoughts on Pokemon as I go, as I encounter them in a more natural way. I'm not sure people really enjoy the diehard walkthrough type of series. Like, just going off of the content I've made, you guys seem to really enjoy when I just sit here and talk to y'all. Like, because that's what I do most of the time in Animal Crossing, is we just kind of sit here and we have a bit of a conversation. I say something, you guys can reply to me in the comments, and then I try to always reply to your comment. If I don't reply to a comment, YouTube might not have told me you left it. It has done that before. I try to check the have not replied at least once a week. Sometimes the comments don't even show up in there, but if I click on a video, I'll see like 4 comments or something, and it's like, oh, well, where'd these come from? You know, YouTube's dumb. I don't know what's going on with that one. But, yeah, like, I mostly also want to do Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because the primary objective of that game, honestly, after the events of this year, kind of speaks to me more. You are on a quest to find something personally, like a personal treasure. Something that is a treasure to you. Like, that is your goal with that game. That is your assignment. Is to find a treasure. You guys will come into the house. Even though our TV is, you know, it's barren. Which also, completely off topic, but seeing that did remind me of this. When I was very little, like 5 or 6, somewhere in that range, might have been 7? I don't know. Pick an age in there. I was probably close to that age. I don't remember the exact age. But I used to watch the channel YTV a lot. And there was a day where the whatever show it was I was watching was doing like a spooky episode. But it was like out of season Halloween, and it was just kind of a spooky episode. And like right at almost the perfect moment of the episode, the network, basically their signal crashed and it just went to the bars. And that scared the crap out of me. I was so uncomfortable by the bars I couldn't change the channel because I was afraid of getting close to the remote, which was next to the TV. So I was hiding in another room, and someone else had to come along and change the channel because, like, I just couldn't, and I was just afraid of the bars. Like, so that's a fun little anecdote for you guys. But like, I just I'm basically myself going to be treating next year as the full year of finding me again. Getting back to me. Because I'm not me. I don't feel like I've really been me for years. And that's a weird feeling to have. Like, I've always been a genuinely nice person, but I really feel like my time over the past 7 years really kind of, more or less, as time went on, warped me more and more into a bitter people pleaser. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, there was a day when, like, it's the best way I can put it is, like, I wouldn't just blindly people please. You know, I would show more interest in the things that I liked, in the things I wanted to do. I would, basically do the kind of things I've been doing with this channel for this past year of just doing whatever I feel like. Even, like, going back to last year, like literal last year of 2023, when I was doing 150 streams in the year, a lot of those streams that I did were more a case of basically in the thought process of, well, maybe if I do this game, the people I actively talk to will actually care about what I'm doing. I was actively trying to make those people care about what I was doing rather than just doing things I wanted to do, which was partially why I just never did Splatoon 3, really, which sucks, because I wanted to play that game more. I still do. It'll probably get streamed a lot more into next year. Like, I'm kind of thinking of maybe just doing a dedicated once a week, like, Splatoon stream, or at least, like, just something dedicated Nintendo, at the very least. I also really want to try upping my production value. Because at the moment, I record everything in OBS. Absolutely everything. This beep is going to drive me crazy. It's fine. Imagine if I had both TVs on. Oh, I just gave myself a horrible idea. Hold on. Need to move this for a moment. Let's use the stool here to get over here. Let's pull this over. Let's get that on. Oh yeah. Now the audio level's higher. Actually, no, it's the same. It just feels worse. It's filling both tracks. Oh, jeez. Okay, gotta turn the little one back off. All of this just for an Easter egg at 3:33. I just hope it's not, like, random and that it actually just happens every night. But yeah, I record absolutely everything in OBS. So, like, my webcam, everything is right there. So if I really wanted to, I could grab my webcam right now, and I could just grab it, and I could just go, whoop, I'm bigger now. Or I could go, whoop, and shrink myself back down. Like, and that's not going to be the right size again. That's close. Eh, good enough. Yeah, that's literally how I set things up. But basically what that means is that in editing, I can't change anything about the webcam. The webcam is just the way it is. So if you were to imagine I was doing a full screen game and my face cam was covering part of the game, and then something important in the game was behind my webcam, I can't move it. The solution to that is to record your webcam separately. This adds an extra level of complication to recording because you can't do a backup Like, that basically just means that, like, if the webcam file corrupts from recording it otherwise, through another program, which finding another program that isn't my Windows Microsoft Camera app is a nightmare. They all seem to want to record in AVI, and that's like the worst video format to record in. Like, 8 minutes of 1080p AVI footage, and this is a 1080p webcam. Like, 8 minutes of that was like 40 gigs of space. That it's like the worst format. But it basically means if that ever corrupts, just my face cam's just gone. Um, but it would give me more control over stuff, but I would also then have to match up the audio to audio, basically, which I have ways of doing that. Like, recording through the webcam program, like the camera program, it also records the webcam microphone. So I could hear through that microphone, I can hear through this one, I just have to line them up. Easier said than done when that is super quiet, but I can do it that way, or I can do the standard, just kind of, and then you match that up. But, you do a clap, or you take two things and you snap them, and that's like the point to not only indicate like this is where you start, but it also indicates of like this is, you can match up the sound to the visual to the, it all works out. I don't think I'm going to do that right away, because there is a principle that I've known for quite a while and got reminded of recently that is more or less something I have lived by. And it's basically an acronym of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Uh, like, I mean, you can just simply go KIS. Keep it simple. I like adding the stupid because it's just how I am. And basically that principle is if you can do it easier, do it easier. If you don't have to complicate something, don't complicate it. The more you complicate something, the more points of failure you add in to what you're doing, which then can lead to problems. I mean, a pretty good example is like, just grabbing this little brick of a phone, which is my first phone I ever bought. This little thing, I can still charge up and put a SIM card in it, it'll work flawlessly. Because it has almost no points of failure. It's just a phone. Like, that's all it really does. It has a very basic bad camera, but that's it. That's the extent of its extra features. I have a smartphone up there. Just randomly died on me. Technologically far superior to this phone. In every way. But if all I needed that thing for was a phone, that thing is more complicated than this. This is simple. Keeping it simple keeps it working. That's a more basic explanation of that sort of idea. But like with this, like, I could record the things at the same time. I could probably code up some kind of like basically like bat file or something that I could run that I could, have start the recording on both things within like nanoseconds of each other. So they're just already lined up. The problem with that is like most of these programs, you need to be clicked into them for their hotkeys to work, and not every game works when you're not clicked into it. Like using Katamari Damacy, which is the game I was actually testing this with to make sure I could do it. And I might do it with Katamari Damacy. That might be my testing ground, honestly. Because it's such a silly, wacky game. It's not going to matter if things are out of place or wacky or whatever. I could literally do it like flipping my webcam occasionally or whatever. Like, it would fit with the game. Like, I know there's a thing in Sony Vegas I could do where I could basically take the motion of the Katamari spinning and tie, like, my webcam to that motion so that the webcam just spins. I know I can do that. I've done that just to amuse myself with some things. It's rather, it's amusing. Um, But like Katamari Damacy reroll completely pauses when you click out of the window. Everything about it just pauses up. So like I can't click out of the window to start things and then have it be seamless back into it, ignoring as well that like if I were to do that, recording the webcam and OBS is two separate pressing record. The record buttons aren't even remotely in the same place, so I can't even like click one, alt tab click, because they're not in the same place. There's almost no way I could set them up where they would be in the same place on my screen. It's almost as if these programs don't want to work together. But like, yeah, I really hope that the things I can do into next year will bring more of me back. Get back to who I was. You know, I don't want to go back to the edgy, 20-year-old I was when I first really started getting into YouTube stuff back in like 2016. But, you know, I wouldn't mind getting closer to that. You know, take the edginess out, but bring back the nice guy who understands but also won't just blankly people please and, actually thinks about himself from time to time. Now, I mean, that is the 20-year-old that almost drank himself to death, but I'm not bringing that part back. That part can stay dead. So, 9 more minutes of ran out of breath. Most people, like, their body will just like, we'll give it a little more. My body, it's just like, we're out. It's like if I'm ever talking, and I know this has happened through the series, so if I'm ever just talking and just words just stop, but I'm still trying. I'm out of breath. There's just nothing left to give. I don't know why my body does that. Because, like, I've not seen anyone else's do that. It seems to just be me. It's weird. I don't like it. But yeah, there's so many things I want to do into next year, and I don't know if I'll get them all done. Like, I still want to do Tulip. I'm going to do Tulip. I don't know when I'm going to do Tulip. Because I might... It'll really depend on how I feel when it comes to Wilds, of whether I do it as videos or a stream series. Because, like, really, Monster Hunter could go either way. There's a lot of, like, chaff content that, like, it's just kind of not stuff that you would normally leave into a video. Like, general rule of thumb with a Monster Hunter game is every time you start a hunt, any resource you encounter along the way, gather it. And that slows down getting to the monster. And you only really need to do that through, like, low rank and high rank. Once you reach, like... Basically, you do that in low rank initially to gather up your ores, your herbs, your honey, your blue mushrooms, your ammo plants if you're going bow gun, your various other things if you're going the bow, so you can make your coatings. And past that, you're kind of good. And then once you reach high rank, you basically go around and you collect the bugs and ores. Because those will be different. Everything else is still the same, and you've probably gotten plenty at this point. Master rank, you do the same thing again. But that still takes time. Every hunt. As you're running, you're stopping and whipping out your pickaxe to smash away at a rock, or whipping out your bug net to catch some bugs. And like that sort of thing you would generally cut out of a video series. And if I remember right, I generally did that. Unless I just got talking about whatever hunt I was doing. But like I also want to do like my little journal bits, which I might just do with my own personal playthrough. Just because like that would be very inconvenient to do while streaming or recording. Because like I do have the journals. Like I literally have 3 journals down here, which I am quite happy with, because I have basically my low rank journal, which is very, it's blue, it's shiny gold, like it's the wide eyed, like, new hunter, like, yes, I'm here, I'm gonna do this. They're being very, proper about everything. And then for high ranked stuff, I have this one, which is, more weathered paper on the inside of it. I don't like this artificial weathering, but whatever, it works. And like it's a softer hardcover. It's not quite a hardcover. It's not as flashy, because flashiness would, if you're writing away in, you're hold on, let me grab my fancy pen. It's not terribly fancy, but it's probably the fanciest pen I've ever owned. It twists to come out. It's really nice. But like if you're, you're in the bush, like with your journal open, and you're writing away, like it reflects light, that would draw attention. So like, lessons learned from the early easier hunts of like, well, I can't, you know, I shouldn't have anything flashy or shiny on my journals, my notes. So it gets darker, but still hardcover, because like it's, it's easier to write on in the field, wouldn't it be? And then you get to the master rank, where it's not only a smaller book, but also it's definitely more worn. It's soft cover now. It's easier to carry with you. It's, it would help with blending into the environment more, for taking notes while crouched in a bush. It's really nice. And for getting these a bit pre-weathered, I have just been kind of sitting and just kind of doing this, because like that works the books into like that they've been opened a lot feel, which is really just kind of, it's just really nice. Um, But like I do have these, and I fully intend on doing them, and I do want to do a Monster Hunter like cosplay at some point, and this will be the journal like strapped to my waist, because like every hunter needs their journal. Like, you need your hunter notes. It's just part of everything. So like I'll probably do that stuff more with my own personal playthrough, and then like just more or less figure things out and use in-game notes for like streaming and such, until like online repositories are a thing. Because it's gonna happen. Like, people are gonna start immediately building information. Like, there's already information that's tentative about the area from the beta test, of which like I'm not sure a lot of that stuff is even gonna remotely stay the same. So I'm not caring about anything that happens there. So that was a test of basic mechanics on the servers more than anything else. As well as feedback and balance, things to see if the players wanted any balance changes and stuff, which was pretty cool. A couple more minutes till we get to see if this Easter egg is every night, or if it's only on certain nights, and I'm gonna look like a dingus. I'll be a dingus egg. I'll be a complete dingus egg if it doesn't happen tonight at 3:33. I swear, if it happens at 3 and not 3:33 and I'm remembering wrong, that's going to be even more of a dingus moment. Um, yeah. There's just so much going on. Like, I also really want to, as a series, I want to do Earth Defense Force World Brothers. For two reasons. One, it's Earth Defense Force, which is pretty cool. And two, it's Earth Defense Force on the Switch, and it's far from like dark, gritty shooter. It's voxel, it's blocky, it's fun, it's cheerful, it's goofy. It's something that I imagine you guys watching this would probably like, but you've probably never seen the game, because, let's see, is it gonna happen? Am I gonna have to like edit it in? TV? Thinking it's not 3:33. Either that or it doesn't happen every night. Well, I look like a dingus. Just sitting here for like half an hour, waiting. I'm giving it some more time though. Cause, you know, may as well. It's now 3:34. I feel like I should probably like look this up because it would be nice to know. I wonder if I can just find it looking for like Easter eggs, or if this is going to just show. Okay, this isn't. Wait, is it not here? Or did they just, this website just not know? Wait. I know the problem. Wait, no. I feel lied to. This website isn't even making... This says that on Sundays and Mondays, when playing at 3:33 a.m. precisely, a strange alien broadcast will play on the TV. Yeah, it didn't happen. I feel lied to, because it's Monday. Unless I needed to do it last night. I might have needed to do it last night. That's a bummer. I'm gonna need to see if I can, like, find, like, an image of that. Or you guys can just do that for yourselves. Because I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I love the 3 a.m. music, though. So I love all the music. It's all so nice. Okay, I'm not even seeing any, like, images of that Easter egg anymore. Because, like, everything is just talking about the, like... Bunny Day event. But yeah, that's the thing you guys can experience if you want, I guess. You need to be, based on what that is saying, Sunday morning at 3:33 or Monday morning at 3:33. And where this is Tuesday morning, it's not happening. Like this music with it being snowing and like, But okay, I know what I need to do tomorrow. Because, I mean, we have this boy. I feel like we need to do the opposite. But yeah, this has been a really long one. And, yeah, it's pretty fitting for basically the end of the year for me to get more retrospective of stuff. But, yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I couldn't show the Easter egg I wanted to show because I needed to do it last night because I thought it was every night, not 2 specific nights. But yeah, Thank you all very much for watching, as always. And hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for New Year's Eve. See you all then. And now in this end card, I'd like to ask if you like this video, okay, could you hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? That'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.